Guys, today I'm going to be giving my personal reviews on Justice League Snyder Cut. I think I've waited long enough to give this review because I was thinking of doing the review. I was like, I'm going to give a no spoiler review, but I don't honestly know how to give a no spoiler review. So spoiler alert, if you haven't seen the movie, you're not want to deal with spoilers, this is the time to exit stage left. Anyways, back to me. So I was thinking, how do I give this review without spoilers? I don't know how to. Now we're going to be talking about different things in this video. We're going to be talking about the movie as a whole. We're going to be talking if it's worth 4 hours. Yes, people, the movie was 4 hours long. I think that was one of the things that scared me. I was like, it's a movie. Why would I want to sit through 4 hours of a movie? So keep that in mind, 4 hours long. And I'm going to be kind of doing Justice League for Dummy kind of thing. I don't know if that makes sense. If that makes sense to you, thank you. Now, what do I mean by Justice League for Dummies? When the Snyder Cut trailer came out, I reacted to it. I'm going to put a card up here for my reaction. I don't know if you picked it up from the reaction, but I almost felt like we're getting a new Justice League movie. Yes. For those of us who knows what's going on, if you've gone through the shock, okay. If you don't know what I just said, or if what I just said don't make sense to you, then you're in need of the dummy. So here's what it is. This Justice League, this Snyder Cut, is the same as the Justice League we got in 2017, I think. Yes. Now, what is the difference? Yes, after this Justice League came out, people went off on just Whedon, W-H-E-D-O-N. I don't know if I'm getting the pronunciation right or wrong. Anyways, people kept comparing, rightly so, because they have to. Excuse me. They have to compare. By the way, I'm having a watermark on my camera. I think my camera is going bad, but let's use it while we have it. So some of my video, I've been noticing it, but there's absolutely nothing I can do about it. Anyways, back to what we're talking about. Now, comparing both movies is inevitable. They have to. Both are the same movies. Now, the difference is this. Snyder made the movie. Just Whedon's job was to make the movie fit for the theater, meaning cutting it down to the sizable amount of time you have to see through it at the theater. Now, let's get back to just Zack Snyder's, own director's cut. I felt like this is the movie they should have released in the first place. Now, why did I say that? Remember that scene with Wonder Woman? Yes, while we're still on this, guys, take out the time, smash your like button as it will help my channel a lot. Do consider subscribing to this channel. Welcome to my new subscribers. The old one are still here. I appreciate you a lot. Passers by, well, let's continue with this. In London, is it a bank heist, and there was a bomb. The one she flew up and threw the briefcase, and then the bomb exploded. I felt like Snyder Cut did that scene justice. Like, the best parts of this scene for me was what was cut out of the scene in Joss Whedon's version of Justice League. Like, there was an irrelevant part for me in that scene. It's not irrelevant. It's not a cool scene, but it was okay to be there. And for some weird reason, just kept that, but cut off the scenes where Wonder Woman was basically blocking bullets with her wrist all day. Not all day, but like that scene was so cool. She was just on her knees and going blocking bullets. That scene, I was up on my feet like, That scene was so much vibe and just got it off the movie. I'm like, why? And then it gets the part where she was hit in the head with the one of the thieves hit her on the head with gun. God, why is gun so hard for me to remember to pronounce? Hit her on the head. I felt like that scene was useless. Like she actually did acknowledge the pain. Like Wonder Woman, she is a demigod. She's not one cooked up hero. She didn't go through a radioactive spider bite or whatever it is for a hero to be born. She was born a goddess or demigoddess. So I felt like that part was useless, just kept it. And the part where she was basically just with the bullets, he cut it off. I felt like those scenes made, those scenes he cut out from the entire scene as a whole made the movie more, made viewers see Wonder Woman for the badass that she is. Another thing I liked about that scene was in Zack Snyder's cut, Wonder Woman was so fast and agile and quick without it being like it's so fast and you miss the scene or you miss the point of what she was trying to do. You still get everything, but she was fast. I knew I was going to spend so much time on this Wonder Woman scene. I don't know because if it's Wonder Woman, but like when I saw that scene, I was like, I was just thinking, okay, now that we've buried ourselves so much on the Wonder Woman scene, wish if you haven't seen the entire Zack Snyder's cut, you should see it. And this is just the tip of the iceberg of so many scenes that were cut out that shouldn't have been. And these scenes being put together is what made this movie a 4-hour movie. A 4-hour movie you would notice, by the way, because I was thinking 4-hour movie, that's like a 4-part series if you want to make it an hour per episode. I'm like, why didn't they just make it a mini series? But then I was thinking to myself, this was later after I've seen the movie and I saw how good it was for a 4-hour movie that you don't even notice the 4 hour. Yes, I went through it in one sitting. So I was thinking, if they were going to make it a 4-part series, I don't know, I'll probably check. But from my point of view, I felt like studio would probably pay more because I'm thinking, if I were these actors or if I were the agents of this actor and then of these actors, big names by the way, and then finding out that this movie we signed on to is going to become a series, I am going to go back to the negotiation table and be like, what is my client getting per episode? Because we signed on for a movie and now it's a series. So personally for me, I felt like that could be a thing. Everybody loves money. I do. From my money brain just keep thinking I should have done that. They probably would have done that. The studio probably saw that coming and feel like, you know what? Let's make it for our movie instead. That's what I thought about. Oh, that's what I was thinking, but I probably check it out. So the 4 hours is worth it. If you haven't seen it, or if you're scared of seeing it because like I don't just have 4 hours to sit through a movie, you should go see it. Go through it in one night and you wouldn't even notice. So 4 hours worth it. Now, like I said, the Snyder's Cut and the original movie made in 2017 is basically the same storyline, but with the Snyder Cut you get more. And I felt like there was upgrade with scene, upgrade with soundtracks, upgrade with costumes. Oh my god, with costume. Yes, I did something. This movie was so long, I was watching it and I was putting down my talking points that I was, because I didn't want to forget anything. Things that I felt like I saw that made sense to me. I was like, you know what, we're going to talk about this. You know, funny enough, I didn't even put the Wonder Woman battle scene and I spent so much time talking about it. So, first thing first, let's talk about, I felt like the backstory made the movie whole for me. In the first movie, some of the other cast, which is part of the main cast, and I'm talking about the 6 heroes that is Ben Affleck. No, sorry, what am I using their real name? Batman, Aquaman, The Flash, Wonder Woman, Cyborg. There were six. Who's the last person? Yes, Superman. So I felt like among the six heroes, three of those heroes were kind of an afterthought. In the main movie, the original Justice League movie that came out, they were kind of an afterthought. In the movie, that's how I felt. Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below if you disagree. And that will be The Flash, Cyborg, and Aquaman. I felt like there was not much to their story. The Flash was basically comic relief. Cyborg was going through his own issue of being Pac-Man part robots, I guess. Then Aquaman was just like, no, that fish guy, Batman has been hearing of, and he said, oh, let me go bring him to join the team, I guess. Okay, no, not just that, like, these people were part of the original set of people that had mother box. So, but I felt like there was no, they could have elaborated more on their story to give people more of an understanding on their story. Because you forget that some people see this movie, not everybody reads the comic book. Where I am, we don't have any comic book store. I don't even, there's no way you can get a comic book here. Just since they've gone digital now, but still, most of this story developed even before we know what is digital as it is now. Anyways, back to my story. With Snyder Cut, you get a more rounded backstory. Like, so much was cut from this movie, and I'm like, why? Like, in Snyder's Cut, I understand Cyborg as a character more. I empathize with him. Of which, if they're not thinking about it, Warner Brothers, really, if Marvel, DC is not thinking about it, they should be thinking about it. I feel like Cyborg should have his own movie, just like after Justice League kind of introduced Cyborg, Flash, and Aquaman. And I know Aquaman movie already came out. We were expecting the sequel. The Flash, I don't know what's up with that, but I think it's in production. But I feel like Cyborg as a character, it needs its own standalone movie, especially after watching Snyder's Cut, because I kind of empathize with his character and understand his character more. And his character is like so much more than what we got from the original movie. Like, I love the scene where it was out of his body. Is it out of his body? I think it's out of his body. The one with the Wall Street Boo whole thing, and you know, I mean, at the end of the day, Cyborg is not just a man, but he's mechanical as well. And I love the fact that I can access all those parts of it. I'm saying all this rubbish because I don't want to spoil too much, because these parts of things were not included in the original movies. I feel like if I say too much on them, I'm basically spoiling the fun of things to look forward to and things to see in the Snyder Cut as a movie. Oh, should I have done this review as a 4-part review? Because like that movie was 4 hours. Anyway, so there was a lot of backstory with each character, even with the Flash. Iris West wasn't supposed to be in the movie, which is the Flash's love interest, and they cut off that scene entirely. And I love this scene. He said, am I spoiling? I'm not allowed to say this. Please let me just fangirl away. I love the scene. The scene where he saved her from that ghastly car crash and it was barefooted and all. Like, come on. Just, I didn't cut that out of the movie. But it wasn't just about Iris West being in the movie. The Flash, they talk more on his mom's dead, his father being in prison. His father being in prison. So they gave the Flash a more well-rounded character. Same thing with Aquaman. And even if anything, I talk about these 3 heroes that I felt in the original movie they were kind of like an afterthought instead of being in the forefront and we getting to know more about them. But also they talked about Batman, Superman, even Wonder Woman. Speaking of Wonder Woman, now to the scene where the Amazonians were trying to stop Steppenwolf from getting the mother box. She kept calling mother. Anyways, I It was online, I loved when he said something like "bask in my fear" or something, "bask in my fear," and the queen was like, "Show, show him your fear," and they were like, "We have no fear." I think I'm going through a woman power thing, but that was such a trip to be on. Like, yes, ladies, we have no fear. I mean, with the just part of the movie, like they still did that sacrifice scene. I'm like, they need to sacrifice those Amazon women, really? But it still happened. It was still cool. Like they were willing to die for what they believe in. They were willing to die to let him not get his hands on that. But at the end of the day, I felt it was futile. They died and still got it. So I'm like, what's the point? Now, speaking of Steppenwolf, yes. Speaking of, he got an upgrade. Oh, I mean, if you notice the upgrade, I love the upgrade. I love his armor, especially the part where the arrows came in and it was like, he just flexed the arrows off. It looked cooler, it looked more fierce. I didn't have any problem with his get up with the original Justice League. I did not, honestly. I was like, okay. But then I saw Snyder's cut upgrade. I was like, oh, that was child's play. That was child's play. Like, you see his armor with, is it armor? Is this his get up? Or it's just name? Whatever it is. You see it in the Snyder's cut, and you're like, what were they thinking for the original movie? You don't even want to see the original movie here. I mean, was it just me? It was looking cute. I know it's weird thing to see. He's a villain. He's supposed to be looking fierce. He did look fierce, but there are some shots of him where he actually looked cute. I don't just mean like, oh, cute. Like baby stuffed toy kind of cute. I'll see if I can get some stills of what I'm talking about, but there were some shots of Stephen Wolf looking cute, mighty cute. I don't know if that's a good thing or bad thing. I don't know where to fit the emotion, but probably I was the only one saying that. But yes, it was bad. The guy looked cute. Oh, can I even call him a guy? Anyways, he looked cute. Then with Snyder's Cut, we know Darkseid was involved. Personally, I've heard a lot of people like, oh, Darkseid is involved. I mean, we have two original villains, which is Darkseid and Stephen Wolf. If you know nothing about the comic, you might be lost, but stick with me here. But actually, from the first movie, I actually knew Darkseid was involved. I mean, not directly involved, but in some ways. I'll have to go back and see the original Justice League, which is going to be a pain now to see. But I think Stephen Wolf actually made a statement where he said something about Darkseid. So I don't know why people just felt like, oh, so Darkseid was involved, but we didn't get any of that in the first movie. He did mention Darkseid. I mean, then there wasn't like, I felt they could have elaborated more on that, but he did mention Darkseid. At least that's, I think he did. I'll go back and watch. If you know he did, or if you've seen the movie again, because seriously, after seeing this movie, I'm not that interested in seeing the old one. Of which, to be frank, I've not gone for a second watch with the old one. So if you know what I'm talking about, please let me and everybody know down in the comment section below. So what else apart from, oh, Martian Manhunter? Is it Manhunter? I know I would say I'm the best when it comes to comics. I don't keep up with all of it and all of the characters, especially when it comes to DC. But I need some education here with Martian Manhunter. What was his usefulness in the Snyder Cut? For those of you who haven't seen the Snyder Cut, it might not make sense to you. For those of you who have, I'd like to know his usefulness and why was he connected to that General Swanwick? I think. Is it Lieutenant? Is it Lieutenant General? Anyway, Swanwick. I think he was in Superman vs. Batman. It was in another of the DC franchise with any of them, but I don't why. Like I realized the part where I guess he's a shapeshifter. I don't know anything about this character, the hero or whatever. I guess he's a shapeshifter. He changed into Martha Kent and was having a conversation with Lois Lane. And when he left, he changed and all that. Anyways, he was involved in the Snyder Cut. I didn't pay too much attention to him because as a character, I don't understand where he falls into all of this. So if somebody can educate me in the comment section, I am open for some education. So because I had to jot it out and all like why? Then also in the final battle, I have to go back and watch the whole movie. They said something was different in the final battle, but apart from the Russian family that I didn't see, I mean a lot of things were different, but like the setting itself, what was different in the setting, people? I really have to go back and see the old one to point the difference out. Because they still came in the Batmobile as usual, so I don't know spotting too much of a difference. But I spot the Russian family were not in here, and frankly, I didn't miss them. I didn't see the point of them just being that one family staying in that place. Like, why? So I didn't miss the Russian family. So apart from that was the difference I spot that it was missing from the Snyder Cut. But if you spot other difference that I probably wasn't looking out for or it wasn't too noticeable, let me know. Okay, apart from that, Jared Leto, when I saw the trailer, I felt Jared Leto was going to play like a bigger role in the Snyder Cut than what I got. I'm not mad at what I got, but I would just say he looked like a better Joker than he was on Suicide Squad. For those of you who see Suicide Squad, it probably will make sense to you when you see the movie, or if you've seen the movie, it's making sense to you. I don't. Jared Leto has Joker. It's kind of like a love-hate relationship. I like he's kind of like a wild card when it comes to playing Joker. But I feel like with Jared Leto's Joker, you kind of lose some of the core behavior we like when it comes to Joker. Maybe it's just a stick on Joker, but for the Snyder Cut, he seemed like a better Joker to me than he was in Suicide Squad, which I should do. The new Suicide Squad is coming out. I should probably react to that trailer. I haven't seen it yet. I wonder if Jared is going to be brought back because he wasn't in Birds of Prey, so I'm like, are we going to get him or not? Also, I spotted a difference in the final battle. When Superman came back, he had a black suit on. In the original movie, Superman had the regular blue and red on. But I felt the black suit was cooler. I don't know. I felt it had some significance to him. He was dead. He's bad. He's badass. He's a man of steel. I mean, I just felt the black suit was more than just going back to the original red and blue. Anyways, guys, that was it. Is that it? Am I sure? I spent only 23 minutes reviewing a 4-hour movie. I think that's a win. But yeah, that was it for this reaction. I feel like I'm going to close this video. I'm going to end, and more things are going to pop in my head that I got excited about watching the movie that I really want to talk about, but I'm not getting the opportunity to. Anyways, if you've seen the movie, let me know down in the comment section below what you thought, what you noticed. I'm hoping for a sequel, Snyder Cut sequel. Make it 4 hours long, make it 5 hours long. If I'm getting what I got from this one, I won't be mad because every story had its place in this movie and they were needed. Every fight scene, every little thing I felt to me were needed in this movie, and yeah. So if you've seen the movie, if there was any difference you noticed that I didn't point out, let us know down in the comment section below. Can somebody please explain the Martian for me, because what's up with him? I'm lost. I don't know what I need him for. If you haven't seen this movie or you're one of those like me worried about the time, trust me, 4 hours is going to go by without you noticing. You're going to love this so much you would want to see the original one again. And that's it for this reaction. Thank you for watching. Make sure you like, subscribe. Yes, like, because clicking the thumbs up button help my channel a lot. Subscribe, do all of the fun stuff, click your notification bell so you don't miss any more of my trailer reactions or reviews or what else Tio Pepper Soup has to offer you. So